Hey guys, I'm back with another video. Today we're doing Madara's Legacy Naruto Uchiha Season 2. I'm going on a streak today. I'm doing two what ifs today. Like, bruh, I got a lot of free time on my hands. Anyways, so today we're doing what if Madara. I just told you it, right? Good. So I'm planning to cover the Sasuke, not rescue arc, because Naruto doesn't give a fuck about that. Where they met Orochimaru, Kunabi Bridge, or Kunabi Bridge, right? The Kunabi Bridge arc. I'm covering, but I'm doing it in a sort of a flashback, and I am covering the Garo retrieval arc in a flashback, by the way. And we're gonna see at the first point we're gonna say cool fight, and we're going on the Uzumaki searching arc. So if you remember where I last left off. Now we start on this video on Naruto in his attire that I talked about in the other season, in the other episode. But you see him in his clothes, but then we see a person with a black long sleeve kimono looking shirt. He had a clothed vest, chunin vest or jonin, but it was painted black. On the left chest of the jacket had the kanji for cage, and on the back of the vest it had the kanji for love. He also had a black pants and black black shinobi sandals. His hair was red. His eyes were a brownish golden color. He had eyebrows that were also red. He also had two canines. Well, two teeth. Two sharp teeth. The canine teeth. And on his forehead, he had the kanji for love. This was Gaara. Now, Gaara changed after Konoha Crush. He changed because of Naruto. Naruto gave him that talk no jutsu, even though he doesn't do it too much. And the fact that he doesn't do it too much make it even hit even harder. But Naruto still hit Gaara with the talk no jutsu. Now let's explain about Gaara's eyes and eyebrows. Remember his father? His father shaved his eyebrows because he believed that demons should not look any way humans look like humans, but he couldn't do the rest of his body mainly because his TOBs will all heal it back. But since Gaara has relinquished his pain and given up on hatred, he got his eyebrows back. His eyes was also a thing. When his uncle, I think, died, that betrayed him, but actually didn't betray him. The Kage told him to do that, but anyways, betrayed him. His eyes became that color that we saw in canon, but as he gave up on hatred, his eyes became a brownish goldish color. Sorry. And these clothes that he is wearing is a gift from Naruto. And he has a special seals on his wrist where he could store his sand and he could control the sand on the outside. Naruto is just wearing the same thing he did. Gaara then shoots a blast of sand at Naruto. Naruto backflips out of the way. Gaara then places his hand, and then dogs made out of sand come around Naruto. Naruto does a lightning jutsu, electromagnetic murder, and it destroys all the dogs. Naruto runs towards Gaara. Gaara makes a sad hand coming towards Naruto. Gara then Gara then does a backflip and then runs towards Naruto. They both collide fists. They start throwing hands. Gara then starts to add sand to his fist and his legs to give him a harder kick and punches. It actually starts working. Naruto then uses wood style to bind 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 Gara. Then Gara that he saw turned into sand and fell to the ground. Then Gara had sand kunai going towards Naruto. Naruto backflipped and pelt and threw kunai in the air, and they bounced off each other and hit all the kunais that Gara was preparing to pelt at Naruto and turned them back into sand. Gara then decided that it's time to show Naruto what they were working on. What they have been working on. Gara then says Shukaku. Shukaku then inside smirks and purple glowing lines come out of Gara. His eyes becomes a star with 4 dots in the star. He gains 2 ears made out of sand. His canines lengthen and a tail comes out of his back. Shukaku's tail. Naruto then says perfect Jinchuriki mode. Gara then puts his hand on the ground, and all the sand that he was using starts to become burning red. Naruto then jumps up, but sand kunai, heated, flaming sand kunai come towards Naruto. Naruto nearly gets hit by them, but he creates a wood dragon going towards Gara. But Gara does sand bullets and it destroys the wood dragon. But that was a decoy. Naruto was in the wood dragon. And he came down with his Shikoto, which is another word for long sword, for straight sword, which his lightsaber grass cutter. You understand what I said. And he went down to slice Gara, but Gara's sand blocked Naruto. Naruto backflips. I said Storm Shidori. And Storm Shidori built up in Naruto's hand, and Naruto brought it out of sight. He then came behind Gara and said, I win. Gara then puts his hand up and releases his perfect Jinchuriki mode, or SCM. SCM. Yeah, I think it's SCM. Right? Anyways. Gara then sits. Then they go up to the Kazekage Tower. And Gara and Naruto are sitting down on a ledge. Naruto says, you have changed, Gara. Oh, and I forgot another detail. Gara actually has a red rope tied around his waist, so yeah. He took it off in the fight, but he has it on now. And he has on his Kazekage hat now too. And his hair had gotten longer, so it's kind of covering his ear, but not his ear. It's kind of covering his ear. Sorry, but Gara doesn't mind it. Naruto says, "You come a long way. You know that, right?" Gara, in a dull tone, says, "Yeah." And you have physically changed. Before, when I first saw you, you didn't have eyebrows. Gara chuckles at that one. And your eyes looked freakishly like a Byakugan. He chuckled again. But hey, who cares? He said, yeah. Once I let go of my hatred, those attributes just suddenly went away. And thanks for giving me those seals, Naruto. Naruto says no problem. He's the guard was actually kind of hurting my back most of the time. I just kept it on because that was the only way I could store my sand. Naruto chuckled at that one. But then a person with brown hair and brown eyes, nothing was black eyes with a sand Jonin vest with a blue shirt under with a black skirt with black shinobi shoes with a sand headband wrapped around her shoulder and had a tonto on her back came came to them, said hi to Naruto, and kissed Gaara on the lips. Now this was Gaara's student that we first saw like when Gaara was training people. This is his student. Him and her gained a relationship and they're to be married. Don't worry, the people that like Shinky, yeah, Gaara still will adopt Shinky, but he's gonna actually have a child in this one. And Gaara, and a lot of people don't know this, but Gaara actually has a magnet release. But hey, but for sake, let's give Gaara's student, let's give her Scorch release. Let's give her Scorch release. But she's not really gonna use it in the war, but yeah, just give her that. So like Gaara's child will be fucking overpowered. He could say scorching sand. God damn it. Anyways, he or she, who knows? Anyways, so she starts to talk to Gaara, and Naruto just stays there quiet because his girls are in the Hidden Leaf. He got there mainly because he had flying Raiji. It's his fault he didn't bring them. Gaara asks her if she licks the ring, and she blushes and kind of looks away, but says yes, she licks the ring. Gaara chuckled, and then Bat flipped off of the rim and held her tightly, and they kissed again. Naruto said, and Gaara got off and just said, "It's your fault. You should have brought your girls anyways." Naruto said, "Fair point." And Gaara went back to doing what he was doing. Then she asked a question. You never really explain what happened when you got kidnapped, Gaara. I guess we should, Gaara. Then they go into a flashback. Now, Gaara has been taken, and yes, Gaara is way stronger than he was in canon. We know this, because we just saw his impressive skills just now. He's way stronger than he was. But here's the thing. Gaara is like... he had to protect his village, and he saved way more people than he did in canon. Like, the whole village was protected. Unlike before, where some people died. But he protected the whole village. Anyways. So after Gaara got whatever, everything from there happened in canon. But this is the part. They only took half of Shukaku when Naruto got there. And Naruto then did a seal and then said chakra recovery seal and placed it on Gaara's seal that's on his forehead. And it was recharging Shukaku's chakra. So it'll be at peak when Gaara wakes up. So it'd be like it would be full Shukaku. And the Getter statue does the same thing because it would just restore Shukaku's chakra. But they didn't know that, but hey. But then Toby figured out that it still can't do that, and it was like, alright, bet. And they left the hut. Everyone left. And the Datara fight still happened, and it was nothing really to cover, but yeah. And they ended the story at that. So Gara is still a Jinchuriki, and he is a perfect Jinchuriki. He's relinquished his hatred, so yeah. Unlike Naruto, he did not accept his hatred, he relinquished it. So he's more kinder, but he's way more handsomer though, like no homo. But man. With Naruto, he's a whole different case. Yo, he can pull holes on me left and right. And you know what? I need to stop. Anyways, so Naruto stands up. I gotta ask you about the Sasuke, the Kanabi Bridge. Alright, Kanabi Bridge mission. Naruto sits back down because he was just gonna go back to the leaf, but hey, he gets to tell a story. Naruto starts off. It first started off with me and Guy and Rock Lee fighting. Now, if you forgot how Rock Lee looked, Rock Lee now has normal eyes. He has a Levi cut, technically. Yeah, he has a Levi cut, but he still wears his spandex, his green spandex. But he has his Jonin vest on. He has the shoes of Sakura, but in orange, and his still has his bandages where they were, and he has a not a rope, but he has cloth wrapped around his waist with his headband on his head. What was on me? And they start a fight. They go into hand-to-hand combat. Now, I do not remember if if I told you guys any of this. Because remember Naruto's weakness when he uses the stage 2 curse mark mode thing? Well, Naruto, remember when I told you he took Kimimau's blood? Yeah. Let's flashback into that, actually. Flashback into flashback. So, a few days when Naruto came back to the village, he went to Rock Lee. He then gave Rock Lee a canister full of a white liquid, but it had one red dot in it. Rock Lee asked Naruto what was this. Naruto said, since you don't have any chakra, you could just strengthen your body. Gaara says, I can't. All I might do is hard work. Naruto then says, yeah, this is basically hard work. You are one of the only people that can successfully put that into your body just because of your hard work. Gaara understands and he takes it. 10-10 was there, and 10-10. I don't know if I changed in 10-10. Actually, Rock Lee has a Jonin vest, so his vest is way darker. He's a darker shade of green, and he has a wristband that has the kanji for special Jonin. So he's a special Jonin. He's a special Jonin in Taijutsu, and on his waist he has a satchel with nunchucks that are made with a very high density metal, so it's like very heavy. So Gaara takes it and he falls on his knees. He then starts to cough out blood rapidly, but then it stops. Lee feels something change in him. Neji heard the commotion and he ran towards Lee. He then saw the blood activate his Byakugan. He sees Lee's blood. No, he sees Lee's bones stretching out into his skin and then creating a layer in his skin, completely covering his body, head to toe. And it was just not one layer; it was multiple layers. And before you could get to the his spinal cord and his his ribs and his vital organs, bones wrapped around there. And you guys might be asking, what would happen if like the bones broke off into his body? They would just disintegrate. That what that red dot did. It made sure it would never something would never one of these bones would never get stuck in his organs or something. It would just burn away before it did that. And technically, so he could still see Lee's chakra points, but technically he couldn't hit them. So yeah, and Naruto gave Lee some bandages, which are heat-induced bandages. So, so Lee has bandages that can give him, that can make him hit with heat. Really? No, I'm taking that away. Lee can do the Usaku Jaku with wind pressure, so he can like inflate the air with fire. So you can do that in any form. You can do that in the first gate, second gate. That's how hard Lee trained. He trained harder than my guy. He's not stronger than my guy because my guy knows way more techniques. But Rock Lee has as much techniques as of my guy. He has all of my guy's techniques, but he's weaker. My guy is stronger anyways. So Tenten is really worried for Lee, but then Neji explained what happened and Lee thanked Naruto profusely. So let's get back into their fight because I need to explain that. So Lee ran towards Naruto in a blending speed. Naruto dodged. Lee put on a flurry of kicks and punches, but Naruto dodged each and every single one of them. Lee then tried to sweep kick Naruto. Naruto jumped in the air and kicked Lee in the face. Lee backflipped. It wouldn't hurt him really. Naruto then punched Lee in the face. Again, it wouldn't hurt. Naruto then punched Lee profusely. It still didn't hurt. Naruto then infused his hand with chakra. And then it started to hurt hard for Lee. He started to punch Lee profusely. Lee started to actually feel the pain now. This is a technique of Tsunade. Then we see Naruto go. We see Naruto go and fight. We see Naruto just throwing hands with him, and Lee starts to do not Usaku Jaku. You remember where my guy can like inflate the air with his fist? Yeah, Lee was doing that. Naruto backflipped on each and every one of these. He then threw a few of free kunai. Lee dodged kunai and ran towards Naruto. They finished off their spar with a punch. And Lee said excitedly, You haven't diminished my rival. Power of youth. Although Lee looking crispy as fuck, he has not changed one bit. Ali is working on a technique. So, hey guys, and if you want to know, Metal Lee will get this mutation because it has ran into Lee's blood stream. So Metal Lee will also get this. And Lee, after trying to use the gates, realized that he could use every gate up to the sixth gate with no strain on his body, and he was so happy towards Naruto. And his muscles are wrapped in a thin layer of bones. So Naruto can actually use his his stage 2 curse mark with now no restrictions. So he's way stronger now, cause he can just activate it now because he doesn't have to worry about the problems with it. Then Naruto goes to the Hokage's office. Now when he goes into Tsunade has changed a bit. She has on her same clothes, but her cloak is different. It still has the gamble on the back of it, but on the back of it has the kanji for 6th Hokage. Then instead of green, it's blue and black. Then on her head, there's a circle. Naruto asks Granny, why the sudden costume change? She didn't explain to Naruto that she's taking her job as the 6th Hokage seriously now. Now that she's not putting that much chakra into her, keeping her youth up, she doesn't need to. She can perfect her technique. True 100 healings. Now remember how Tsunade got her body split in half and she still lived? Remember that jutsu? It's perfected, as in it doesn't shave off piece of your lifespan. So she's perfected it. And she's technically immortal, but her chakra will run out at some point. And you can also see shadow clones in the room. So Jiraiya got a boost. She got a boost, and like all this. Naruto then said, "So you were not gonna tell me about you and Jiraiya going on a date?" She then blushed and told Naruto asked Naruto how did he know that. Naruto then says, "You don't see the Hokage in a restaurant, the dragon restaurant, too often, do you?" She then realized that Naruto was going on a date himself with Hinata and Kari. And if you want to know, Hinata has the true 100 healings too, just if you wanted to know. But she then gives Naruto gives Naruto head up on a new teammate they'll be having. You have met him before since you have been in the Anbu. Now, I don't know if I said this before, but Naruto has been in the Anbu before. Like when the 3rd Hokage was around, Naruto was in the Anbu, and this is when Naruto was going through the stuff with Shisui, and this is where he was like, remember I was talking about a dark period and I time skipped. This happened in between those time skips. I remember I never really brought up Itachi or any of them, mainly because this is called Naruto's dark era. This is where the dark Naruto came out. So he went full on Kakashi. He killed people for no reason, just randomly killing people. And he became an Anbu, and he even became a captain at a point. He was a captain at the age of freaking 6 years old. And god damn it. And no one knew it was him. I did have to forge his date because they decided if you were a prodigy and you were so good to be in the Anbu, might as well let you be in the Anbu, bruh. And Naruto was something. He was just built different. He was killing people left and right. He just like, oh, I'm gonna finesse you. I'm gonna finesse you. I'm gonna finesse you. My knife, your life. Anyways, that is called Naruto's dark era, and I'm gonna shed more light into that at some point in the series. Naruto then started to ponder in his mind, who could this be? Who could this be? Now he went outside to see Shikamaru to give him a present. But before he got there, a two ink dragons, well, inked lions, attacked him. He just used Chotu kunai dead in the middle of their heads, and it dispersed into ink. Naruto grabbed their hands and then sensed to who it was, and he body flickered behind them and put a knife to their throat. I said, "Oh, it's you, Sai. I haven't seen you in a long time." Sai put on an actual real smile. I'll explain to you later. A real smile. I said, "Nice to meet you again, Naruto." Naruto then Sai gave Naruto a hug. Because if you didn't know, guys, actually Naruto is actually older than Sai. In canon, Naruto is older than Sai. In Sai. If you didn't know. Anyways, so now Sai lets go of Naruto. And Sai is not wearing a crop top. Actually, kind of is, but he has on a skin tight shirt vest, so it's covering his abs, and you can see the abs imprinting. And he still has his tauntaun on his back, and he still has his paint scrolls on his, like, what he had in canon. So Sai actually knows Naruto. Let's go into a flashback. Damn it. So while Naruto was in the Ambu, he met up with Sai at some point. When he met up with Sai, him and Sai started to talk. They talked about life, and Sai talked about his brother dying and all that. Naruto told him that his brother died not too long ago, actually, and this is one of the reasons that he's in the Ambu. Sai has not joined the Ambu yet, but he's on the verge of entering. But Naruto is a whole Ambu captain at this point, so Sai actually looks up to Naruto a lot. But anyways, he then went on to explain his life and how the village still hates him, because this is before they knew he was the fourth Hokage's son. So the village would still hate him. He would then explain that how his brother sacrificed himself and how he wants to kill Danzo. Naruto knew that Sai wasn't gonna say anything because it was Sai. Sai then told Naruto about his seal on his tongue, actually realizing that all seals was neutralized when around Naruto. Well, low class seals. Anyways. Sai then stuck out his tongue and Naruto did corruption seal break, and he broke the seal off. But he told Sai to whenever around Danzo to put on a slight hit hinge or transformation, so it would seem like you still have the mark. From then on, Sai is a operator for Tsunade. So he tells Tsunade about Danzo and what he's doing, and they're slowly building a case on Danzo so Naruto can legally kill Danzo. Because remember, that's Naruto's first goal. His second goal was to be Hokage. It was his first goal, to kill Danzo. And this is the point where he really wanted to kill Danzo. Anytime he would have taken to kill Danzo, but you never saw him. Really. So, like I said, I will shed more light into the dark period of Naruto's past before the time skip. So yeah. Naruto Naruto left. So we go back to original time, and him and Sai are going to Shikamaru's house. Naruto knocked on Shikamaru's house and to see Tomari open the door. Tomari was Tomari, right? And she yelled for Shikamaru, and Shikamaru got down, and Naruto gave him a box. Shikamaru took the box, and Yeah, by the way, Asuma has died and Hidan has been killed. Yeah, all that has happened. I'm pushing for that. And then when Shikamaru opened the box, the a replica of Asuma's daggers was there, but then it had a kanji for curse in red on both of the daggers. Shikamaru then saw this and asked Naruto what it was. Naruto told him when once blood is drawn from the blood, once blood was drawn from the blade, and a curse would spread across the individual's body, and when you activate chakra in the on the daggers, they would then start to feel like they're burning. Well, they are burning from the inside. And he also saw straps and holsters to put them on his outfit. So, and actually, Shikamaru's hairline is fixed. His hairline is not crap. His hairline is fixed, by the way. And he is a Jonin, so he has a very dark green and a red sash. So, yeah. And he also has a kanji. No, he has Asuma's little cloth thing. Remember like the cloth that was on Asuma's Jonin, that was end of Asuma's Jonin vest? He has that, but it had a slash on the, what was called it, the Guardian 5, and then it had Asuma. So it would show that he was not a part of the Guardian 5, and show it was Asuma who was the Guardian 5, I think. I think that what the name was. So got so Shikamaru would swing the daggers on his finger and then put it into his holsters. Then Naruto would go. Now it's time to get into the juicy parts. We skip towards him meeting meeting who his name is now, the Tenzo. Tenzo. I want to say Tenzo. Where he's meeting Tenzo. Right, meeting Tenzo, and they go to the mission, and the mission is basically the same. But when Naruto gets on the bridge, he doesn't have that outburst of anger, because like I said, he doesn't really care for Sasuke. The only reason they're doing this is because of Sakura's useless ass. I'm changing her Keke Genkai. I was going to take it away, but it would be unfair. And I do have to give her some credit. She is a good Konoichi. But I'm still not gonna like her. Mainly because she is a total ass bitch. I understand, just because a person helps you and does things for you doesn't mean that you have to like them, or you have not have to like them. You have to be with them or be their girlfriend or anything. Is the fact that you literally punched this nigga every time he was trying to be nice, even in the, and no girl in the series, not even Kushina, punched Naruto like she did a lot of freaking times. So Sakura meets Sai, and when Sai says she's ugly, Naruto doesn't even hold. Naruto doesn't really care. He just snickers and holds Sakura by her shirt so she doesn't touch Sai, and just walks over, just keeps walking. And why she tried to like grab Naruto burnt her hand and told her to stop, and she stopped. And they go. So I'm changing Sakura's Kekkei. I went off. So instead of a tree, because that is too much like Mokitan. She can't have nothing near to Mokitan. So a fire in the form of a tree, and with Sakura leaf petals, that's her Genkai. So that would appear instead of a tree. So just making sure you guys know that, because that was too close to Mokiton. I didn't want to seem she had Mokiton. Anyways, so they go on the Kanabi Bridge arc. So they go there and they meet Orochimaru. But Naruto doesn't freak out like he did in canon. But Orochimaru did agonize Naruto. Oh fuck, I don't say that word. He started to provoke Naruto. He then says once he killed Naruto and took his body, he was gonna go to Hinata and Sakura, to Hinata and Karin, and make them his slaves using his body. That take Naruto off. Naruto, the QB, I'm gonna call it QB red curse mark. It was like the version 2, the flames, the markings that was on Sasuke's skin. Imagine them with the color of the version 2. So the black markings were actually the color of the version 2. So they look pretty cool on Naruto. So those came over his body, but it didn't go there. It spread it all across Naruto's body. Then the all came into a diamond on his in the middle of his nose. Sai still has the mission of he still has the mission that he had in canon, but this time he told the team. So Naruto would go into his version 2 and the QB red wings would come out, which you already described the wings. I already described the wings. The wings would come out and his skin would become a little darker. His nails would elongate and his teeth, his canines, which was already long to begin with, started to grow more. His outside of his eyes turned to black, and his Sharingan appeared in his eyes. Orochimaru was so glad to see this Naruto form. Naruto's wing was flapping. It was like he was excited. But he had on a shirt made of bandages. Well, basically a shirt made out of black bandages. That could show his muscles and that was stretching. And but before Naruto went into his version 2, it had 2 holes so the wings could come out. And his shirt was hanging down from his pants. Everything. It was like, when Sasuke went into his version 2, his shirt was hanging off the clothy thing, his rope. Yeah, that. And Naruto dashed towards Naruto dashed towards what's called it now. Dashed towards Orochimaru. Then sliced Naruto in half, and the fight became like a canon because Naruto could still use the Buju Bomb in that state. So yeah. So Naruto went back to base farm and they went off to Sai's already there, but they went off to go and find they went off to the hideout. When they meet in Hideout, everything went the same with the hideout exploding with Sai, but Naruto caught Sai and placed him onto the ground. Sasuke activated his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. If you forgot, he took his mother's eyes and used her eyes. If you didn't remember, he took his mother's eyes. He didn't rip them out. Mikoto still has eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. If you don't understand, watch the other video. It will help you understand there. But hey, so Naruto goes. So Sasuke then starts to say he was the strongest Uchiha. Sasuke is still wearing what he wore in canon when you first saw him. He's talking shit. He's saying, oh, that he's as strong as Uchiha now, and no one can square up to him. Not even Itachi, not even him, not even the Naruto. Naruto just looking at this nigga like, the fuck? Who you feel you talking to? Fresh out the bank, Eternal Mangekyo looking ass boy. Bitch, I had my Mangekyo Sharingan for at least 7 years. So I don't know who the fuck you talking about. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. You're fresh out the bank, Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. And I bet I have your abilities. You know what? Better yet, I bet I have a better than your abilities, nigga. I have 3. How much do you have? 1, right? Shut your mouth. Keep your thoughts in your mouth. I mean, keep your thoughts in your head. Little looking ass boy, emo looking ass boy. Anyways, okay. So Sasuke feels a little offended and he says, "Look, Naruto, your jutsu." And Kirin came down, but Orochimaru didn't stop. Didn't stop Sasuke this time. But hey, Naruto says that is a poor imitation of my jutsu. My jutsu is 2 times faster than light. What is that excuse for Kirin? Naruto then summons his twin-headed Kirin from the ground. He can naturally make his. He didn't need the skull to make his. He could just naturally make it. I collided with it and completely destroyed it. And it was bounding towards Sasuke, but before it hit Sasuke, it disappeared. He just wanted to show Sasuke that his jutsu is inferior to his. He is the original creator of the jutsu. In fact, he made the jutsu, so you cannot just copy his jutsu and believe that his is stronger. Sasuke then activated his Version 2 and tried to lead on Naruto's shoulder. Naruto activated his Version 2 too, but instead he landed on Sasuke's shoulder. I told him where you was feeling to go. Not near me. Must be capping. I kicked Sasuke in the side. Orochimaru then says, "I knew this was gonna happen," and he reverse summoned Sasuke. He then called out, Orochimaru. And then a pale looking boy with golden snake eyes with purple markings exactly like Orochimaru's, with wearing the same clothes as Sasuke, but instead of the Uchiha symbol on his back, he had the what is it called? No. He had the kanji for snake signing. He then had the sword of Kusanagi on his waist. And then Orochimaru then says body switch jutsu. And he switched bodies with this person. Orochimaru then explained that and he also had the curse mark, he took Sasuke's DNA of his Sharingan, and his eyes can do what the Sharingan can, except the Mangekyo. So he doesn't want to go blind, and he doesn't feel like taking Sasuke's body. He wants to see where he will progress, and if he would ever be able to beat Naruto. Not to check out that part. And then Orochimaru left with Kabuto. And Naruto, then we go back to present time with Naruto, Gaara, and Gaara's girlfriend or bride or fiance. So yeah. And Naruto teleports back home after finishing Shuri and saying his goodbyes. And Naruto goes home and he sees Karin and Hinata cooking something. Naruto sits down on the couch and falls asleep. When he wakes up, he sees Hinata and Fu sleeping on the side of him, and he waked them up, and they said hi. They said hi. He said hi. He kisses Hinata and Kari on the lips, and Kari adjusted her glasses, and they went out on a walk. Naruto holding each girl's hand, and they went out to walk to Ichiraku restaurant. Naruto goes and a special stall is there, and they get their ramen, and they eat their little ramen. No, not song. That sound I made sound sus. Anyways, so they go. And Tsunade already knows about the mission report, that what happened at Kanabi Bridge. So Naruto goes, and they go back home, and time skip. All the Konoha 11 and minus Sasuke is in the Hokage office. There are crates with stuff in them, and everybody's there. And Sai is replacing Sasuke. So Naruto goes, and no, Tsunade then explains that not the Uzumaki clan island has been figured out, and we need a envoy to go there to collect the Uzumakis from the island. Naruto is the captain of this squad. Please gear up. There are Anbu armor in the crates. Go and put them on. The reason why Naruto is the leader is because he's already lead an Anbu team before. They then all look at Naruto because Naruto really didn't have that much time to be an Anbu leader because he was out of the village. So that explains Naruto was an Anbu at the age of 5 when he was all the way to 6 to 11. Then he quit that. Well, he didn't quit Anbu. He was forced to quit Anbu to go back into his school life. They didn't understand, and they go off. Naruto is now wearing Anbu armor with the mask that the man threw at him when he was a kid, and he has that mask on, but it has a slash on the eye, on his left eye. Naruto's Sharingan is peering through the Anbu mask because you really couldn't see his face through the mask, so his Sharingan was showing, and it was really scary to see. So they didn't say that it's kind of scaring him to turn off the Sharingan. Naruto blushes, and it's even scarier because his eyes, no matter what, his eyes glow in the dark. Really, it does that for some reason. Naruto never understood why, but anytime his hair is covering his eyes or something's on his eyes that is illuminated by shadows, his eyes always glow. Hinata and Karin, there was even phased. They knew about it because they kind of sleep with Naruto every single night. So, like, not that, but like they sleep in the same bed as Naruto every single night, so they would see it at some point in time. So they then go off onto the port, and Naruto opens the scroll, and the scroll starts to burn. Naruto throws it off the cliff. No, they head out near to the edge of the rice country, which is pure water from there. So they go off into the rice country district. As they were leaving, they went to the Uzumaki Runaway Shrine. And when entering there, people started to come out from graves. They had on earth tuning vests. They had on clothes, sand, grass, even taki or waterfall Jonin vests, Jonin tuning headbands, and all of this stuff. They then started to run towards. They were deposing. They were decomposing corpses. Everyone was shocked. These were dead people, but their eyes were gone. Because those are already decomposed. If you don't know, the first thing to actually go is your eyes when you're decomposing. So they couldn't kill them because they were already dead. So Naruto then knew the seal. He then told everyone to retreat a few meters back, and everybody retreated a few meters back. Shikamaru then asked Naruto what was this, and Naruto explained that this was a sealing jutsu that the Uzumaki used when in war. This was a jutsu to technically control the dead to protect whatever they wanted them to protect. I guess they wanted them to protect the island, so I wanted to protect where they were. So Naruto then started to explain what exactly happened to the Uzumaki clan, and they understood why they did this. It was in a revenge in a sort. They could not rest in peace. The same people that they were trying to kill, forced them to stay there forever, to fight for them. And those people are the people that willingly wanted to kill them. They had no remorse while trying to kill them. So yeah. So everyone go. So Naruto's lightsaber grass cutter started to shake, and everybody noticed it because it was on Naruto's back instead of the normal swords that Anbu had. He had that sword, which was way better than Anbu's sword. So everyone had sword actually, even Shino. So Naruto then took out the sword, and the sword was glowing a bright white color, and it was shaking. Naruto gripped it tighter and it stopped. Then white lightning started to come off from the sword, and then it stopped. Then it glowed even more when Naruto pointed it towards the undead. Naruto then dropped from the ground and landed on his feet. He then gained a smile on his face. He said, "I couldn't done this in a while." Naruto then ran towards the 1,000 dead shinobi. He sliced them down each by he sliced them down piece by piece. He didn't use any jutsu. He just purely used kenjutsu. Started kicking, slicing them, headbutting them. Oh my god. And when the sword touched them, they disintegrated instantly. When Naruto was finished, the only thing that remains was dust of their corpses. Now they can finally rest in peace. Well, they were going to hell anyways, so so man, yeah, anyways. Naruto sheathed back his lightsaber grass cutter. Then Naruto looked back and said, "Aren't you coming?" They then make it to the edge of the West Country, and then Naruto threw the scroll. And out of the scroll came a humongous ship. It was 3 to 4 times bigger than the Titanic. And if you watch the movie, you know that shit was big as fuck. Everyone got onto the ship, and they were just dumbstruck to see the ship. And then asked Naruto how he got the ship. Naruto told him he actually made the ship. Then they realized the ship was entirely made out of wood. Naruto then went into the command deck and pressed a kanji for autopilot and the kanji for thrust, and the boat thrusted off. On the ship, people were just relaxing because it was gonna take them a few days to get to the Uzumaki island. So people like 10 and all the girls got into their swimsuits. I went on the pool in the on the boat. The boys just went in the sauna and just chilled. All of them sighed and said this was a good pop. Naruto told him that he hasn't actually relaxed in actually a very long time. Actually, he cannot remember when he last relaxed. Now everybody's shocked. They're looking at Naruto weird. But then they realized Naruto actually never ever came with them when they ever went to the hot springs. I didn't do anything chilling. By chilling I mean like in a sauna or anything. Anyways, so Naruto goes and he. Then they make it to the Uzugakure. But that's where I'm gonna leave on this video, guys. It's been an hour. It's been a long time. I got a lot of stuff done today. So, hey guys, but round one was start this. And guys, just like I said, you can go and search out some What If Senpai. I'm getting my videos sorted out and getting some added content to my videos, bruh. Don't even trip. I got you. I'm getting some more content, and my brother just started posting on my TikTok, so I have to clear out his videos because he doesn't even do TikTok anymore. Since he got his own phone, he doesn't really do TikTok anymore. So yeah. And if you want to know, I'm recording on my very old phone. I have a Samsung, not Samsung. Actually, I do have Samsung. Damn it. I have a Samsung 9, and then I have an iPhone 11. But in the few months that I got one, I kind of cracked the screen. And luckily, I got a new screen for Christmas, so yippee. But imagine this. In the time span of 3 months that you got your iPhone 11, you cracked it. You know how mad I had to be that day? It's not a big crack, but it's aggravating. But anyways, I'm blessed, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, guys, I want to see you. If you're having a good day, if you're having a bad day, just come talk to your boy, talk to your brother, talk to your What If Senpai, your master, the master of What Ifs. No, I'm not claiming that myself. I just said it because it sounds cool. Nah. Anyway, just talk to your boy. And if you're having a bad day, if you're good, shout you out. If you want a shout out, so I can give you some shout outs. Today's been a very eventful day. A very boring day, but I got to spend some of it with you guys. And, well, I'm not really hearing you, but I got to spend some of it with you guys. So I think that's good. So, like, bye. I'm gonna get it started.